Everyone has heard of our new two-pot pension system. I want to briefly talk about how it works, what it means for your retirement, and what it might mean for the economy. Everyone who's been contributing to a pension fund has a pot of contributions that your fund is investing to provide you for retirement. On 1 September, 10% of those contributions, up to a maximum of 30,000 Rand, was moved to the so-called savings pot that you can access. The rest will stay there and keep growing until retirement. From now on, our contributions will be split. 1/3 will go into the savings pot and 2/3 into a retirement pot that will keep growing until retirement. So at the moment, you would be able to apply to withdraw up to a maximum of 30,000 Rand and pay tax at your marginal rate. If you wait, 1/3 of your contributions in that savings pot will grow and you'll be able to access it later. But you shouldn't do it. At this stage, I want to add that I cannot give financial advice. And before you do anything, you should speak to your financial advisor. The thing to realize is that this is not a bonus or free money. It's your money that you saved and you now want to borrow from your future self. Remember that this money still has to grow. You are not borrowing 30,000 Rands from your 65-year-old self. It's 30,000 Rands plus an annual return of 4% plus inflation that your fund manager hopes to get. So speak to a financial advisor to quantify the loss of your decision when you do take the money. And you'll be paying that marginal tax rate and the transaction fee your fund administrator is charging. So the savings pot is a very expensive emergency fund. If you thought about taking part of the money to manage it yourself, think twice. You may have wanted to gain more foreign exposure or buy some gold, but between the taxes and the fees that you will pay, those plans will have to work very well to make up for the eventual loss of pension. Before implementation, the estimate was that between 30 billion and 100 billion Rands will be withdrawn. On the first day, SARS already processed 2,500 claims. In the first week, all the major pension funds reported that their call centers and WhatsApp lines experienced a huge increase in two-pot queries. The guess is that about half of the money will be withdrawn and used to repay debt, and the other half will be spent. In terms of the macroeconomy, the impact of the two-pot spending boost is not expected to be huge. Value retailers are expected to benefit from the additional spending, and the Reserve Bank says that if South Africans withdraw 31 billion Rand this year, 15 next year, and 16 in the year afterwards, half of that spending will contribute to about 0.06 percentage points economic growth. The additional tax revenue will contribute to a debt to GDP ratio reduction of 0.5 percentage points in the first year and 1 percentage point in the next. So if you haven't done anything yet, don't do anything. Let the money stay there and grow. If you're thinking about withdrawing, speak to your financial advisor. If you have already applied to withdraw your money, please spend it wisely and repay some debt. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Economics Weekly with me, Waldo Krugell. Drop a comment or a question below and join me again next week as we look at the news that makes our economy tick.